Alright, so I'm really glad I decided to clean off the smudges just with a rag and a bit of water, because it will look so much better as I'm going through these videos. You can see here I didn't do it on the white. So I've cleaned with water very carefully, but when this dries off there'll still be smears, and the only way to get rid of that later will be with some acid. But to acid wash this now, or later on when it's dried, or to clean it later on when it's dried, will be so much easier. And that leads me on to, I've got another playlist on YouTube, and I've titled the playlist All Nationalities Bricklaying in Australia and Melbourne. So there's a problem out there in the industry with general bricklaying being too dirty. The bricks are being laid in a sloppy fashion, a dirty fashion. Bricklayers aren't caring how much mortar they get onto the face of the brick. And then what happens is the brick cleaner comes along with his high pressure cleaner, and he has to clean the bricks and clean off all the mortar smears. And what you find is he gets his nozzle, his high pressure nozzle, too close to the wall because it's so dirty. And now if it's a clean wall like this, been laid cleanly or sponged off like we used to do in Queensland, we would sponge our work down because that's just the way it was done. The sun was out, it was hotter, the joints dried quicker, the mortar joints dried quicker on standard bricklaying I'm talking about, just normal bricklaying. So sometimes 2-3 times a day, let's say you start at 7, by 9:30 or 10 after morning tea, smoko, you've jointed all the work that you've done, and then you might sponge it all off, and that involves just buckets and sponges and water and sponging off all the smears, and then throwing out that dirty water and getting some clean water and doing it again and until the brickwork was clean and never got an acid wash. So what we find here these days, here in Melbourne, where, 2024, there's a lot of really dirty brickwork, and a lot of the brick cleaners come up and hit it so hard with so much acid in the mix that it actually affects the mortar, it blows the mortar out, it affects the face of the brickwork. So on this other playlist I have, I'm going to go into detail about how you should be laying your bricks cleanly, and then the benefits of that. So I won't babble on about it anymore on this little video or this playlist channel on tuck pointing, but I will go into that in detail on the All Nationals playlist, because it's really important, and I think it's becoming lost in the industry. You have to lay cleanly for many reasons, and that's everybody. It's not just international bricklayers, it's Aussie bricklayers, it's all bricklayers, and builders need to get onto this and sort of supervise this sort of stuff, because the end product is far superior than what you're seeing at the moment. So it doesn't matter whether you're an international builder or an Aussie builder, whatever. Laying clean bricks and then cleaning the brickwork is a huge part of bricklaying construction in Australia, and it's getting lost. Don't get me wrong, there's some brilliant, awesome bricklayers out there who know all of this stuff, and they continue to do it, and they get all the quality work. They get paid well, they get all the big fancy nice jobs. It's because they understand how to present their brickwork. So you lay it properly, you lay it cleanly, and then the brick cleaner, if there's a brick cleaner, he comes along and does it It's not hard for him to do it. He doesn't have to use really high pressure. He doesn't have to use strong acid mix, and everything's better. Anyhow, that's enough on that. So I'm glad, to recap, I'm glad I've got most of it off with a rag and some water. I will have to hit that with acid at some stage. It's lime mortar. Lime mortar does not like acid, so it'll be a really weak mix, and I probably won't do it until, after I've finished with all of this and I take it all out and do my next lot of practicing or experimenting. Okay, ciao.